just for what? Just for last entertainment? No, 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 no. So we have to make sure we're alert and we're aware of what's going on, because a lot of evil going on. And right now, I've been saying to my brother and my family, I said I feel like it's the quiet before the storm. It's not too much going on in the news. Stuff is kind of quiet. Stuff is kind of okay, but we have to make sure that we have our head on a swivel. We always know what's going on around us. Slakia, I'm gonna get that precept right now. Slakia, there's a lot of evil stuff going on. So let's go to Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. Hope you sisters are taking notes. I forgot where I was before that. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. Slakia sisters, real quick, if anybody has the notes real quick, you just quickly break down to me from Isaiah 41, 8 through 10, where do we go after that? Because I was just going with the Spirit.
I think it was Sirach 2 and 1.
Okay,
And then Psalms 34 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think you did a time, but I missed that one.
Okay, yeah, we did 1 John, 5 and 3. Then we went to Revelation, I believe.
Revelation 10 and 9.
Mm-hmm, the water sister. And now we're at Ephesians. All praises, the water sister, the water. I appreciate that. Because even though I'm giving the lesson or whatever, I'm always going to be a student. I'm always going to be taking notes. I want to make sure that we stress taking notes and find out where our place was at. So let's go to Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, and it reads, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Like I said, there's a lot of wickedness going around, and I know, not just with people pushing people on the platform, on the train, especially over here in New York, that's some wickedness. But sisters, we have to make sure that we're being circumspect. We know what's going on around us. We're not just willy-nilly, oh, well, whatever. I'm going to keep my headphones in and I'm going to just do whatever. The Most High has us, but we have to be wise. We can't just, walk into anything. Yeah, the Most High got us. But, He wants us to do some part as well. We have to, make sure that we're able to be wise and know what's going on around us. You can't just walk into a gunfire and you got your headphones in, you got some dark shades or some darkers, and you just walk in blindly. Oh yeah, the Most High got me. He may, but if you're being foolish, then He might not. So you have to make sure we got to be wise and use our wisdom. So yeah, Salakia. Oh, let me get that. That, I believe it was John 10. Salakia. Let me get that precept. Even Christ Himself was circumspect and was wise. Salakia. Salakia. Salakia, sisters. So I want to bring up the precept about how Christ, how He was circumspect, how, He was very wise in how He moved and everything. So we got to do the same thing. Salakia. Hope you sisters can bear with me. I apologize. Things that might be a little bit all over the place. But I'm just trying to do the best that I can, and try and keep it as humble as possible. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think, is that it? Is that what I want? I think so. Yeah, I think that might be it. So, Lakia, let me just put some eyes on it real quick. If you just have any precepts to bring out, y'all can bring it out. I just want to do the best that I can do. I found it. All praises. So let's go to John chapter 7 and verse 1. John chapter 7 and verse 1. John chapter 7 verse 1, and it reads, After these things, Yahweh shall walk in Galilee, but he would not walk in Jewry, because the Jews sought to kill him. Now the Jews' Feast of Tabernacles was at hand. For those who may not know, Feast of Tabernacles happens during the 7th month, so it's around September, October-ish, possibly mid to late September, early October, because Septi is 7 and Octo 8, and so on and so forth. So that's how we do our calendar. That's how we recognize these different things. So as it reads in verse 2, now the Jews' Feast of Tabernacles was at hand, and the Feast of Tabernacles during the 7th month. His brethren, verse 3, his brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence and go into Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do these things, show thyself to the world. But neither did his brethren believe in him. Then H.O.I said unto them, My time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Go ye up into this feast. I go not up yet unto this feast, for my time is not yet come. Verse 9, when he had said these words unto them, he abode still in Galilee. But when his brethren were gone up, then went he also up unto the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret. So that just goes to show you that even Christ himself, he moved in a certain type of manner. So, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to be, to be open and to be willy-nilly. But there's a time to be smart. There's a time to be wise. There's a time to be low-key and put on your hoodie and just kind of watch what's going on. We as sisters, we have to make sure we keep that in the back of our minds that, yes, we are the weaker vessel. Yes, a lot of different evils might try and come to us because we are the weaker vessel, but we have to make sure that we're being aware. As Christ, our Savior, was aware that people sought to kill him, we have to kind of be that same way too. We got to know what's going on. When y'all sisters might be walking up and down the street, if y'all insist on having a headphone in, keep one headphone in, keep it on low. Just basic street smarts that us sisters should know, and not just be head down in the phone, not knowing what's going on, not looking at the time. It's just willy-nilly. Because like I said, I feel as though it's really the quiet before the storm. It's a calm period. It's a calm period for now, but I just feel as though stuff is going to start ticking up more and more. Let me get that precept right quick. All right, let's go to That was Slovakia. That was. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, and it reads, for when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So I keep saying, I feel as though it's really quiet before the storm. You know, nothing's really happening in the news, nothing's really going on too tough. You might hear a few crimes here and there, but it's not like how it was before, how like if the heat was turned up, then it simmers back down. Then it's going to turn up again, then it's going to simmer right back down. So this is a wonderful time to not get complacent, not get comfortable. We always got to stay on our toes. We always got to be watching and knowing what's going on around us to the best of our ability. So the same way, you know, the Most High will turn stuff up a little bit. You know, on your stove, might turn it up to about a 6. Maybe not so hot. Might turn it up to about a 3, bring it right back down to a 1. Again, might turn it up to about a 5, up, getting hot, turn it back down to a 2. And every time it's just going to just keep rising and simmering until that final and everlasting blaze. So as a woman is in travail, you know, I know some of you sisters who are pregnant or might have been pregnant or might have had children. I've personally never been through that, but, you know, I know what I know. That when that baby's ready to come, it comes. You know, it starts off with maybe a contraction every 20 minutes, then it shortens, and then it subsides, it's cool for a little bit, then it starts turning up a little bit, and the contraction starts to get from every 10 minutes, then it cools down between those 10-minute periods. Then it starts to turn up again, then it starts to contract between every 5 minutes, and it simmers between 5 minutes, and then contracts. So I feel as though right now we're in a certain cool down period where things not too hot. You know, it's kind of chill-ish, but we got to be aware that, you know, peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So we got to be aware of these different things. So let's go to Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 7. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7. And it reads, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. So, like I said, sisters, you know, even though now it seems kind of light, it might seem a little easy, you know, in terms of the world, you might be going through certain things spiritually, but you can get through that, and we will get through it together. But as it says, especially now in these last days, you know, we got to make sure that we're able to still keep stocking up these different things. First and foremost, stock up on your spirit. You know, ask for that double portion of that spirit, as did Elijah's servant. I think it was Elias. I think Elias asked for Elijah when he was being brought up, or something to that effect. I don't 100% know, but I will find out. You know, the same way we have to ask for that double portion of spirit and stock up on that extra spirit and seek the Most High while he may be found. the same way we have to do the same thing for, food or ammunition or whatever, or however you sisters want to do it. I implore you sisters to do it. Just keep stocking up, because everybody's getting rocked back to sleep. Everybody, we can't be the ones to be rocked back to sleep again. Everybody was turning up because, oh yeah, insurrection, blah, 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 and Trump, blah, 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 blah. But up to now, they can't stop talking about Trump. Up to now, they can't stop talking about Trump. And, people getting rocked to sleep. Biden is over here, the pacifiers, shooting them with a lullaby. And we can't be that. We cannot, sisters. We cannot fall into that trap of being rocked back to sleep when things is all cool and is all calm. No. We have to make sure that we're being circumspect. We know what's going on around us. We're being very aware. We have a certain level of street smarts within us. And we're moving in a certain spirit, so that everybody else, they might be sleeping, but we know what's going on. We know what's going to happen. So we got to move just the same way. If you just have any precepts, y'all can bring it out. I don't hesitate to take any precepts. But I think that makes up. Let me just put some eyes on it real quick. Salakia, sisters, if my Benji might be coming out a little bit, I just want to make sure that you sisters are being safe and you stop being protective as well. So the Benji might be coming out a little bit from here and there. So let me put some eyes on this real quick. Salakia. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. And it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So even though it might take a little while to come, even though stuff is kind of calm, it's kind of chilling, it's kind of, whatever, don't think that it's not coming, because that arrow already been shot. It might take a couple years for the arrow to reach us, but it's coming. And when it comes, it don't tarry. When it comes, it don't slack. So, sisters, we always gotta make sure we're being aware. We staying hip to what's going on around us. I would suggest you watch as much news as possible, but even though the news ain't really talking about nothing, try and find what you can find. Slakia. That means, either stocking up on some stuff or stocking up on your spirit. Slakia. Stocking up on your spirit, stocking up on food. Oh, go ahead, sister. Somebody said Salakia? Oh, okay. I didn't really hear anything. But anywho, we got to make sure that we stocking up on our spirit, stocking up on food, water, and make sure we, try and exercise and everything, because, not to be fearful and shuddering in your boots, but you got to be aware. It's just a matter of knowing what's going on, looking at it, saying oh man, damn, this is coming to us. Okay, boom. Alright, so what I need to do, I need to pray to the Most High and prepare. Just the same way how the Most High with Joseph, how the Most High when Joseph, our forefather was in Egypt and he was able to be the king, or not the king, or like the right-hand man to the king, to the Pharaoh of Egypt. He had that dream, and so he was able to prepare. Okay, yes, we're going to have a famine for about 7 years. We're going to have good, plentiful for 7 years, and then after that, we're going to have a famine for 7 years. The Most High gave Pharaoh the dream, and Joseph interpreted it the dream. So the same way, we know things are coming right now. Things might be good, but at the same time, we still have to prepare and build up what we can build up. If I can find that, Lord's willing, just so that we have a better context. Salakia. If you just have any questions, y'all could bring it out. You just want to say Salakia, bring out a certain point. You know, there's no shame up in this game. Salakia. Salakia, sister. Let me try and find that precept, that certain story.
Salakia.
Go ahead, sister.
What about Luke 21 and 36?
You said Luke?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me pull it right quick. You said Luke 21 and 36? Okay, calm. Khan, all praises. Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it, sister?
I'm at work, you can.
Okay. Salakia, sister. I'll read it. This is Luke 21 and 36. And it reads, "Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Yeah, Khan. Watch ye therefore and pray. We're watching what's going on. We're seeing things happening. You got to watch therefore and pray that the Most High will be able to protect us, that we can be able to escape these perilous times. Because right now, like I said, it's kind of light. It's kind of easy-ish. Nobody really talking too much about COVID. Nobody really talking too much about so-and-so, such and such. Vaccines getting sent. That's people's own business, A lot of my family members took the vaccine. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll see how that goes. Because what am I could tell them, I could say to them all day, that vaccine ain't it, But if you want to take it, who am I to stop you, I can talk, but at the end of the day, you got to make that decision. At the end of the day, we all have to make our own decision. So, all right, uncle. Okay, that's what you want to do. Whatever. So, so there's going to be a lot of different people who, let their guards down and, oh, yeah, I'm laxed and nothing, COVID and COVID going away, blah, 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 whatever. Oh, we don't have to stock up nothing no more because the grocery stores is open. All right. We don't have to work out no more because the gyms is opening up again. Okay. All right. We don't have to stock up no ammo no more because they're getting rid of the Second Amendment and blah, 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 blah. All right. That's your business. But for me and my house, we going to serve the Lord. And in serving the Lord, that means preparing ourselves. That means getting ourselves right. That means, getting things in order, so that we can be able to be worthy, so Lord will escape out of these perilous times. Salakia, let me get Yeah, the water. Genesis 41 and 25. Genesis 41 and 25. Slocky. Genesis chapter 41 and verse 25. And it reads, let me write that down. I don't think I wrote that. Slocky, sister Slocky. I want to make sure I'm taking good notes. If you sisters have might have not got everything, hopefully I can try and send these notes out to you sisters to the group chat and you know, send those to you. If somebody has better notes, that could work too. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Slakia. We're going to Genesis 41 and 25. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 25, and it reads, And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, The dream of Pharaoh is one. God hath showed Pharaoh what he is about to do. Verse 26, The 7 good kine are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kine that come after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. So the Most High is showing us, you know, that's probably why there's a lot of brothers and sisters who are having a lot of dreams right now at this point in time, because, you know, even though we may not exactly know when it's going to happen, we know it's going to happen. We may not have the exact date, time, and stamp everything, but we know it's on the way. Like God rest her soul. My grandmother, you know, she was in the truth as well. She was always say, like, when she see like movie theaters, like, you know, like movies or so and so such and such coming soon, she would always say, oh boy, oh yes, he's definitely coming soon. So it's the same thing. It's the same principle. So, you know, we may not exactly know when, but it's coming soon. It's on the way. It's en route. Let's skip down to Slovakia. Slovakia. Let's skip down to, I think it was like 34 or something. Slovakia, sisters. Slovakia, bear with me. Yeah, Khan. It was, let's jump down to 34. Verse 34, and it reads, Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years, and let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities. Verse 36, And that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine. So we know that there's going to be a famine, not a famine of bread, but a famine of the word. We know that there's going to be some perilous times coming for us. We already know this. We already hip to the game. That's why we in the truth right now. All praises. But we can't be sleeping and ignorant and thinking, oh yeah, you know, whatever. I'm gonna just fold my hands and not do nothing, and it will just come. You know, we have to still work. You know, let's so I can find that place up right quick. Slovakia. Slovakia. Alright, Fuck you. I just want to find this one precept. And I do use the internet because, it's good to use, a good tool. That's not what I want. But let's get Amos chapter 8. Let's get Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Then it's the book of Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. So it's not talking about thirst of water. It's not talking about a famine of bread, although that might come. But it's really talking about this spirit, Like I said, right now, we in a calm stage. We in a calm, quiet-ish stage in point in time. But, that famine, those perilous times, they're on the way. Just like when a woman who is pregnant and is ready to give birth, when, the contractions hit, and it eases off, and then contractions hit, and then next thing you know, it's going to be on and popping, ready to drop. But you can't stop nothing. So we got to make sure that we're being prepared, that we're being able to keep doing what we have to do and keep working. I really wanted to find the precept where it says, while in captivity, get thee land and wives and houses and children and stuff like that, because there's still work to be done. Slovakia. Let me see. Is this what I want? Maybe. Slovakia, my throat a little dry. Let's go to, I think that's what I want. Let's go to Jeremiah, chapter 29, yeah. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 29. We're going to start at 1. We're going to start at 1, just to get the proper context of what's going on and what captivity we're in. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you can start at 4. Slovakia, start Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 4, Slovakia. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that I carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Build ye houses, and dwell in them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives, and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captive, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. So, even though right now it's a calm, we gotta build. We can't just be folding our hands, twiddling our thumbs, not doing nothing, when there's so much work to be done, and there's so much things that we can be doing. Sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna just keep it real. Some brothers and some sisters would say, oh, you just gotta wait. Okay, yeah, we're waiting, but we still gotta work. We still gotta do what we have to do. We still have to be good servants and build, because right now, yes, there is a calm period, there is a calm before the storm. Yes, there is a quiet period, but we still have to build. We still have to grow. We still have to put our shoulder to the wheel. We still have to improve ourselves and stock up on these different things. So, brothers and sisters, if you can, especially while it's kind of okay for now-ish, if y'all don't have, sisters, if y'all don't have husbands, the Most High will provide you with a husband in due time. If y'all don't have children, the Most High will provide you with children in due time. If y'all don't have food or water, or y'all not equipped enough in the spirit, the Most High will grant you in due time. So we have to make sure that we are giving thanks to the Most High. And also, we got to keep preparing, keep having our head on a swivel. This was supposed to kind of be a lesson on fret not. I guess it is. So yes, we really have to. So don't let nobody try and tell you, we're not supposed to get no wives right now. We're not supposed to get no husbands and have no children and blah, blah, blah. But okay, all right. That might be you. But as it said in Scripture, it says, while we're in captivity, yes, we're in captivity. Yes, we're in the final captivity. Doesn't mean we still can't build. Doesn't mean we just twiddling our thumbs, just on our phone, not doing nothing. Doesn't mean we just willy-nilly not doing anything about it. We still have work to do. Slakia, sisters, give me about 2 minutes. Let me complete something really quickly. Let me go on like a quick little 2-minute break. I'm gonna play some music for y'all real quick, but I will be back. I'm not going nowhere. We're gonna continue this lesson to the best of our ability, and do what we need to do. Salakia sisters, let me just okay, Salakia sisters, let me Salakia. Let me just gonna go on a quick 2-3 minute break. I'll play a little song for y'all, and then we're just gonna get right back at it. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask y'all questions. But in the meantime, I'm gonna play a quick little song for a quick little break, and we're gonna come back on. Shalom, Gina. Shalom, sister. Shalom. Shalom. We just go on quick intermission. Shalom. Just going quick 2 to 3 minute intermission real quick. I'm gonna come back. I just gotta handle something. So I'm gonna play some music for y'all sisters, and I hope y'all sisters can enjoy a little music, relax a little bit, and we can be able to do what's necessary. Y'all need know if y'all can hear it. Shalom. Salakia, and we back. Salakia, sisters. Salakia. All praise to the Most High. The water, please stand with me. I apologize. Maybe the audio is a little bit messed up, but I had to step away really quickly. I didn't want to just leave the line just blank and empty. So, Salakia, I hope you sisters enjoyed the song. That was by a sister from another congregation, Sister Yana Sarah, and that was Modesty Glow. So we gotta let our modesty glow. So all praise to the Most High. Hope you sisters enjoyed the song. Trying something different, Salakia sisters. But we're gonna keep this short. We're gonna get back to the lesson. We're gonna do what we need to do. And yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me check the YouTube live. Salakia sisters. I know that was a little bit different. But we're still here. Okay, con. All right, let me see. I hope you sisters are still on the call. Let me know. Y'all can say con or however, but yeah, go ahead, sister.
Yes, I came in a little late. I just wanted to know what was the what's the topic for tonight?
Basically, it was because the spirit just moved. So basically, what it wasn't necessarily my notes. It was another set of brothers' notes. It was called Exhortation to Not Fret in These Last Days. But it kind of went in a different way. But that's really the title. That's how I kind of ended up getting. Yes.
None to water.
No problem, sister. No problem. Ayanda bar. So the last place I left off was Genesis 41:25 through 27, and then 34 through 36, 37, something like that. So that was going into being prepared. Some of you may have watched The Lion King, and when Scar would say like, "Be prepared." I can't sing, but I'm gonna do that. I can't sing, but I could do that part. So we gotta make sure we're being prepared. Oh, and I brought I brought that out. Okay. All right, so let us move right along and try to finish this little lesson off. We're not gonna keep it so extensive like we normally do, because like I said, I have some other things I have to attend to. But I just want to make sure I can do what I can do, help you sisters out as best as possible to help build your spirit and to stay strong in these last days. And so let's get. Slakia says, let me know if y'all sisters like the song, if that was different, if y'all could hear it before. I apologize. It was just something different.
No, I loved it.
Okay, Con, Tawada sister.
Thank you, buddy. Just to get off our topic, but that album was pretty good. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, just.
I did listen. It was really good. I like that song too. I really like that song. I'm like, yep, love it.
Yeah, Shalaki, I wasn't paying attention. What artist did you say it was?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Who was the young lady? You said her name was.
Her name was Yana. That's Yana, and then Sarah, and then Sarai. Sarai, something like that. Yana Sarai. She's another sister from another congregation.
The album is called For the Love of Truth.
Khan.
The water.
No problem, sister. Yanda bar. I think this is what I want. Let me see. I think. I don't think I like that one. Slakia. Let me go to... Slakia, let me just see if this is where I want. No, that's not what I want. But matter of fact, I'm gonna just look up the story of Job, because Job was a righteous brother, and though he was tempted to the fullest, he still stood firm and gave God praises and gave the Most High praises. So Salakia. Yeah, we have to be long suffering. We have to. It's the same way Job was long suffering and was able to withstand these different things. The same way we have to, no matter what's going on around us, no matter how many demons are trying to latch onto us and jump on us and bring us down, we still have to every day keep fighting, keep shrugging these different things off, keep fighting, live to fight another day, and keep fighting and keep improving. So, yes. Okay, I think that's what it is, right? Alright, Khan. Okay, let's go to Job chapter 1. Yes. Let's go to Job chapter 1. We're going to briefly read the story of Job and how the amount of faith this brother had, and how even though he was might have not persecuted physically, but a definite spiritual attack. So let's read Job chapter 1 and verse 1. Job chapter 1 and verse 1, and it reads, "There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job," not Job, Job. "And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil." Let me look up that word eschewed, but I'm going to keep reading though. "And eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she-asses, and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. And his sons went and feasted in their house, every one his day, and sat and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, It may be that my sons have sinned, and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continually." So Job was atoning for his son's sins, just the same way how Christ atoned for the sins of Israel. He didn't really have to, but he did, because it was for the love of Israel, for the love of his people. Verse 7. Verse 6. "Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and from the earth, from walking up and down in it." So like I said earlier, though, these devils, these wickedness, these wicked evil forces, they walking to and fro, up and down, all over. Just seeking whom he may devour, just walking wherever. So we have to make sure that we're being strong, that we can continually be built up. We ask the Most High for that double portion of spirit, We ask the Most High for these things while it's ready and available to be given to us. We ask the Most High so that we can be able to guard our spirit and protect us from these different evils and perils. And Slakia, and verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared God and eschewed evil. Slack. I'm gonna have to look this word up. It came up twice. I don't want to, not know anything. So, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really know this word, so I'm gonna look it up. That's what these different platforms, the internet and stuff like that is for. We've got to take advantage while we can. Khan? On. Let me see what I'm putting. ESCHEWEUTH. Where is skew? Let me see. A lot of stuff open right now. Let me swap you. Alright, the word eschew, the root word of eschewed, askew, to refuse or to use or participate in, stand aloof from, shun, avoid. Eschever, Old French, shun, eschew, avoid, dispense, dread, avoid, shun. Okay. Yes, so to eschew or to escheweth is to avoid, to remove from, to shun, to distance yourself from these different things. So the same way we have to be able to distance ourselves from wickedness, from evil, from all these different spirits, and push these things away, keep these things at a nice stiff arm, keep these things, to keep these things away from us, far from us, that we can abhor or hate or strongly dislike and avoid at all costs. So, verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for naught? Hast thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side, that thou hast blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. He didn't do that. He's trying to get Job to go off. Verse 12, and it reads, and the Lord said unto Satan, Shalom, behold, all that appointeth and according as Mordecai the Jew, and Esther, I'm reading it somewhere else, Verse 12, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath in his power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. So right now what's going on is Satan has to come to the Most High. So people might say, oh yeah, Satan has so much power, he's just as powerful as the Most High. No. The Most High is granting him some power, might be granting him some leeway to do his job and to try and, mess with us, whatever. But, the Most High is not going to allow certain things. Like, don't touch Job. You can touch everything else around him, but don't touch my Job. Look, I'm warning you. Don't touch my Job. So, verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabines fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. and only I and suck it, and only I suck it, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven and hath burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in thy eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and fell upon the young men, and they were dead. And I only am escaped to tell thee. So what's happening right now is one drop, it rains, and it's pouring on Job. All these different perils, all these different trials that's happening. You know, like it rains, it really pours. So, Brother Job, he just found out that all his riches is basically just crumbling. You know, so his cattle was getting slain. His land got burnt up. His cattle died. Even his own family, his children, his seeds, they all died. All of them just died in that one sitting. So it was a lot of times, you know, certain hard times, certain evils and stuff like that will come one after another, you know. And it might not be anything that you did. It's all could be just a test, just a trial, just a trial to see if we're worthy. You know, a lot of times these things can happen, boom, one after another, boom, 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 and we still have to just take it cheerfully. It's easier said than done. Goodness gracious, it's easier said than done to just, you know, take a lot of different things, take all these different struggles that come at us at all different angles. You know, you gotta imagine yourself like you're being shot by a bunch of different darts at all angles, so you can't even really dodge them too tough. But at the end of the day, we gotta take it cheerfully. We gotta know that the Most High, like, you know what, Most High, this is difficult. This is difficult, but I know you don't give me what I can't handle. You know, I'm not gonna curse you. I'm not gonna forsake you. You know, this is all a test, and I hope God's will I can be able to pass and not fail thee. You know, so this is what's going on in Job's head right now. And let's read on. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. So it might be easy to, oh, Most High, why you do this to me? I can't take it, and try and, you know, curse the Most High. But even when Job, this is just an example, even when Job was going through these different trials, these different tests, and everything is raining and pouring at the same time, Job rent his mantle, he shaved his head, and worshiped the Most High in humility. Because, look, you know what? The Most High gave me these things. He could take it all away. I'm still here. I'm still alive. All praise to the Most High. And we just got to take it cheerfully and keep moving. You know, we can't try and fix our lips to say nothing to the Most High. Like I said, it's easier said than done, but we have to put that work, and we have to try. So we have to keep exhorting, you know, not threaten in these last days. You know, so certain things might happen. Certain demons might try and come at us from all angles and all different types of things, and just really just weigh you down like a cinder block. Just weigh you down and make you feel depressed and all these different things. But at the end of the day, we have to just, you know what? We have to swallow that pride. We have to just stand up, stand tall, and just keep moving. And just keep moving. Because how is it going to look? The Most High blessed us with so much. Blessed us with the very life that we're breathing right now. Blessed us with clothes on our backs and all these different things. And blessed us with the Spirit. And he could take that all away from us. But he'll probably still leave the Spirit. And we got to give Most High for that one. So this is just a quick reminder, sisters, that, you know, we have to keep doing this work. You know, no matter what happens, no matter if we fall, you know, let me first lock it. Let me get Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10.
Shalom.
Shalom, priest. How are you doing?
Shalom. Just checking on y'all. Everything okay?
Everything's good. All praises.
I haven't been on in a few weeks, so I'm just checking in. Who's monitoring? Is Aria on?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Okay. Is anybody recording?
Yeah, it's on live.
Oh, okay. It's on H.O.I. ATL?
Yep.
Okay. Good. All right, sisters, I'm not going to interrupt the lesson. Just want to send a blessing to everybody. Hope everything is going good. Like I said, I haven't chimed in a few weeks. I've been busy on Sundays, but hope everybody's blessed. Hope y'all enjoying the lesson. And all praises to Yahweh and Yahweh. Keep the energy going. Remember, keep everything in order. No cattiness, no back and forth, no talking over each other. None of that stuff. Keep everything in order and keep it sisterly. Good? Good. All right, so I'll let y'all get back to business. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Yes, sister, stay blessed.
Tawada, Elder, Tawada.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom, Elder.
My daughter in the back like, shalom.
I heard that too. I was like, that sounds so cute. all praises. You know, that's what it's all about. All praises. You know, we're building with our sisters, with our elders. You know, like I said, this lesson it was from another set of brothers. Basically, exhortation to fret not in these last days. So, like I was saying, you know, even though Brother Job, even though he got hit with a lot of different trials, a lot of different spirits, he still stood tall. He still gave the Most High his praises, you know. Okay, so my old Benji songs is stand firm and give Jah praise. You know, we have to stand firm. So, where was I going with this? Slovakia. I forgot where I was going with this. Slovakia. Hold up. Slovakia. Slovakia. Yeah, go ahead, sister.
Shalom, sisters. Comment on the book of Job, that verse that you just brought out.
Right.
I think that the fact that Job never sinned and he was still proofed the way he was proofed, just to see who his duty was towards. I think a lot of us sisters, we fall short of realizing that, Job, he didn't even sin and he went through all that. So it shows how much mercy he has upon us, how much grace he has upon us. And I think we take that for granted, you know what I'm saying? We take it for granted, and we, when something bad happens to us, or we go through affliction or punishment, whatever the case is, we're so quick to blame God or, say, oh, it was because of this person or that person, instead of looking like, okay, where's the part I played in this? But if you understand the story of Job, you'll see, like, it doesn't matter if he's in his captivity. That's all I have to say.
All praises for water, sister, for your input. You know, that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. Go ahead, sister. Salakia.
Yeah, Salakia. Shalom, sisters. Yeah, I just want to bring, being thinking of Job, a precept really quick, and this is James chapter 1, verse 12.
Salakia, let me write that down.
And it's James, and it says, "Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him." Like Job, good situation, perfect example. He was tried, tempted. He never sinned. The Lord tried him. So if we hang on to the end, sister, we just have to endure to the end. So we receive that crown of life. And what best thing out there can we look forward is for this crown of life. Not this big crown, not this stuff, you buy at the beauty pageant, none of that stuff. It's the crown of life, enduring to the end, so we shall be saved, so we can make it to the kingdom of heaven. So all praises.
That's right, sister. That's right. All praises. We have to, like I say, it's easier said than done, but we have to do it. The same way Job, he didn't complain. He took it, he took it like a man. We got to take it like a woman. We just got to certain things may go down that, leaves us weak or leaves us doubting our faith, but we can't doubt that the Most High is still with us. We have to make sure that, like I brought out earlier, we got to be tried in the fire as gold. We have to be, I brought that out. I brought out Sirach 2:1. We have to be tried in the fire as gold is tried. But I can bring it out again so that we have a better understanding. But real quick, let me bring out 2 Timothy chapter 2. Oh, sorry, not chapter 2. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 8. Yes. At 8 on down. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 8. Matter of fact, we can start at verse 7. That's a good one too. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7, and it reads, "For God had given us the spirit of fear." For God had not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So even though Job, brother Job, he had a lot of different things on his plate, he didn't fear, he didn't worry, he didn't stress that the Most High was still providing for him, was still pumping life into his lungs. Even though all these different trials and tribulations happened, what? Most High, is your will, let your will be done. I'm a humble servant. I'm going to serve you, and, I'm just mere clay. I'm just mere earth and ashes. I'm mere blood. Who am I compared to thy holiness? So he took that shot of humility and just, serve the Most High through on out. Verse 8, and it reads, "Be not thou ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me, his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the affliction of the gospel according to the power of God." So, like I said, we all have our own individual afflictions. We try to avoid them to the best that we can. But at the end of the day, it's up to the Most High how to delegate these different things to us. So if the Most High, that gives us afflictions, we just have to swallow it, take it, keep going, and keep that humility and keep serving the Most High. Because the Most High don't want, people to just give up as soon as the times get hard. Just as I brought out last week, we have to prove a friend. just as I brought up, so the Most High right now we're in a proven stage right now. He's proven us to let us know, to prove us so that we're worthy for His kingdom, to prove us so that, we're able to obtain His glory. He has to prove us and make sure that we can be able to take certain afflictions and certain troubles, because a friend is only a friend for his occasion. Read that in Sirach. But Salakia, I wanted to bring, as you brought out James 1 and verse 12, I have some precepts lined up with it, so Dr. Timothy 2. Is this it? Yeah, I think, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Yeah, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. That links up with James chapter 1 and 12. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach H.O.I. No man that warreth entangles himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier." Is that it or not? I think so. Slakia. So we have to make sure that we endure these different things. Just like Job, just like a lot of our foremothers and forefathers did, just like Christ, just like Paul, just like all these different foremothers and forefathers endured hardness, endured that struggle, endured that pain and that these different spirits and different demons, the same way we have to endure. The same way we have to endure, because we have to show the Most High that we're worthy for that crown of life. We have to show the Most High that we're ready for that crown of life, so that we can hear those words, "Well done, good and faithful servant, thou hast done well." Slakia, my voice might be getting a little hoarse. I apologize. But the next precept, let's go to Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12 and chapter 12 verse 2. Might as well start at 1. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1, and it reads, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the faith, who for the joy was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds." So, like I said, the same way that Christ endured the cross, endured that burden, we have to endure it as well. Saying that we're all alone and we don't have no help. We're all alone and we don't have no help. We always have help. We have each other. We have each other to bear each other's burdens. We have the Most High to help lighten the load, to help bear our burdens. We have each other. Point real quick. I think that might be it on that. If y'all just have any precepts, y'all can bring it out. But that was just a quick link to James 1 and 2. Just to endure and to... go ahead, sister.
Right. While we're in the book of James, I have a quick precept right here. Hebrews. In Hebrews chapter 11,